Underdark.
Great, Tito. Hello, it's good to see you again. It's been a whole week since we graced your airwaves with our presence. We have an amazing story to tell over the course of the next 2 hours, but before I introduce our players and do a little recap, I wanted to do some awesome announcements. So
there is no sound.
We have no sound, so I'm going to look at the microphone.
No, it's fine.
No, now we do have sound. Good. Hey, I'm Greg Tito. Nice to see you. I got some announcements for you. Hi.
How are you?
Good, Kayla. Curse of Strahd. We announced that this Monday.
Pretty sweet.
It is an amazing adventure written in collaboration with Tracy and Laura Hickman, the original authors of the 1983 Ravenloft module that many people still put at the top of their most favorite adventures, most favorite villains of Dungeons & Dragons history. So very excited that Chris Perkins and the rest of the story team, and as well as all the art directors and producers working on Curse of Strahd were able to put together this amazing product. It's coming at you fast and hot. March 15th, wide release. Some core friendly gaming stores will get it about 2 weeks before that. So go ahead, check it out. If you're interested and on the Twitters, you can go to the official Wizards of the Account Twitter page, Wizards_D&D, and retweet one of the pinned tweets there, or any tweet that has the hashtag D&D Fortune. If you retweet that from the official account, you will get a unique fortune and a Taraka card preview for you. So people have had a lot of fun with this so far. I love this kind of mechanic. You get a new fortune every day. It's kind of, basically it should replace your horoscope if you read the horoscope. Or if you don't read the horoscope, you should just do it now, from now on. It's tons of fun, so go ahead and check that out. Again, it's Wizards_D&D, and retweet from the official account. Go ahead and check that out. We will have some more information from Tracy Hickman and Chris Perkins on the D&D podcast, which comes out tomorrow, Thursday, January 21st. So check that out. It's an hour-long conversation with those two creators talking about how they work together, what is different about this adventure, and why it is amazing. It has a really great, I would listen to it because I was the host, but Tracy Hickman says some really wonderful things about working with Chris Perkins that kind of made me feel a little bit verklempt. So go ahead and check that out. It's on iTunes, but you can get it mostly where other podcasts are streamed and held and done. Okay, so as I'm looking at you guys, barely looking at me, I'm going to introduce you. We'll start with Demetrios. Hi, Demetrios.
Hi.
Lord of Darkness.
Yeah, I'm Lord of Darkness. And I also work at Wizards of the Coast, doing things with computers.
What's the character name you're playing?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to figure out what
How many times have we done this?
How many times? It doesn't matter. Hi. I also play Marrok, who's a half-elf rogue / warlock / awesome.
/ servant of Zagetmoy, but we'll get to that.
Hi, my name is Yichao, and I also work at Wizards. I work on Magic, the community team there, and I am playing a human wizard named Molly.
Awesome.
You have a really good radio voice.
Can we somehow get him a puppy? Get Molly a puppy?
Oh, Molly a puppy to match the real life puppy.
Well, Nix can roleplay my familiar, the Raven.
Oh, that's
I'll bring
true.
my
Put little
puppy
wings.
in.
Totally
Just kinda
can.
carry
Yeah,
him
that's true.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were
good.
joking about that on the
Right,
Facebooks,
we were.
that we would have like a
Flash
pet
bang.
stream.
A pet stream.
Yes,
A
exactly.
dog just like.
Yeah.
I'll set up Skype at home.
The internet
okay,
would go
it's about
crazy.
Me now, you guys.
All right, sorry, I'll focus on
Okay.
Kayla, sorry.
Right.
My name is Kayla, and
Kayla.
I play Arrizima.
Guys, we're done.
Yeah. Just read it, it's on your sheet.
Oh, shoot.
Should be
Okay,
at the top.
anyway, I also am the Associate Communications Manager for Magic, and it's great. And
It
everything
great.
is awesome, so everything is cool.
Sweet.
When you're
When
part
you're
of a
part of
team.
WotC.
And
Oh.
I see what you did there.
Oh. Hi, my name is Elyssa Grant. I am a producer on the D&D team, and I am playing. I'm trying really hard not to just look at my sheet right now.
So you can be like, I know this.
I know this character deep down. And
She's also stalling for
We're
time
one.
as she tries to figure out her character.
Exactly.
I play Ruki, who is a half-elf monk, and is obviously awesome.
Obviously, awesome.
Obviously,
Of
duh.
course. I also want to introduce Greg Billsland.
Yeah, Greg.
On the
Hi.
videos.
Hi.
On the
Greg,
videos.
I got up. There you
So if you see any of the fun overlays and stuff that's going on, that's all Greg B, as we like to call him.
Greg B.
All right, so quick recap
This
of
is
what's
he loved, yeah.
happened over the last few sessions. Our party started their whole adventure in captivity by the Drow, and as they escaped and ran through a few different locations, they discovered that demon lords were abound in the Underdark, below the Forgotten Realms. So they've been trying to get out of the Underdark, as you would do when big monsters come and get you.
Monsters.
Did you just say mousters?
Mousters.
Mounsters.
Mousters.
Like a giant mouse.
It's the German pronunciation.
Roll a bluff check.
So,
Shit.
most recently, the group was in Neverlight Grove, where they found the myconids, these sentient mushrooms, and all was not well with that society. Two sovereigns were in charge. One was named Basidia, the other was Philo. Philo was a new sovereign and had some changes in store from a lady, a feminine presence that was going to bestow blessings upon the Myconids. Basidia, the other sovereign, was a little bit not happy about what was happening and asked the party to investigate, in which they discovered that Zagutmoy, the demon queen
That
of
lovely lady.
fungi,
Yeah.
Lady of Rot, was in fact present in Neverlight Grove, and just as the group was about to escape, a demon, a Phasme demon, attacked the party and slew Marrok. Marrok was deceased, but he had a vision. It was in 2 sessions ago, so go check it out. A lot of audio-visual fun things happening in that session. And
Yeah, it was.
some things happened, and perhaps Marrok was restored to life with some odd powers.
Perhaps.
Maybe?
Perhaps.
Not really sure exactly what's going on. He hasn't come clean, but he's been acting strangely. The rest of the party took Basidia's advice and left Neverlight Grove. They were following Basidia as well as the hunter, Rasharu. That was like mnemonic. I got this. It's Rasharu.
Nice.
And he said there was a safe place about 2 days' march away where they could recuperate and do everything. On the way there, a cave-in happened, and they found themselves trapped in a complex where they met a sentient gelatinous cube by the name of Galabagul.
So cute and friendly.
They decided
the
to
sweetest.
befriend him. He gave a gift of a mace that erupts in flame that now is wielded by Arrizima.
I gave him one too.
And he was very nice, happy guy. You
Best.
found a way maybe to get out of this complex that looked like it had swirls and carvings in it to honor another perhaps demonic presence. And were ambushed by Black Pudding as they fell into a pit. Sadly, Glabagul fought valiantly against the Black Pudding, but was not able to sustain the fight and fell into nothingness.
Thanks a lot, Demetrios.
Marrok and Molly were able to defeat the Black Pudding, while
We tried our
Arrizima
best.
fell to the first Black Pudding they encounter. And the four of them barely got out of that area with their lives and re-met with Basidia and the other Myconids. So that's what we'll take up. The guys are still trapped in this complex. You do know that water was pouring in at the least of a rate of about 1 foot per hour. So there is the danger of this entire complex being flooded at some point in the future. And you were licking your wounds as you were coming back. I believe actually Arrizima was still unconscious, although stabilized.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Stabilized.
full health now.
Oh, yeah,
we
I
can just
see
do
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
don't
that
you
never
remember
happened.
that?
Yeah,
No?
she woke up feeling great.
I was just like, wow, man, that was a good week-long
Totally
rest.
forgot that role. Totally forgot that role. So you guys stumbled back to a larger chamber that Basidia and the rest of the Myconids, about 6 or 7 of them, were resting and awaiting news from you. So what do you guys say? You're carrying the body of Arrizima, I believe.
Yep.
Well, I'm
Let me
out.
try to roleplay this.
On
I
it.
think that's how I look.
I'm definitely limping behind everybody else.
Yeah.
Last I checked, I was pretty well dying.
I stormed away in front
From
of everyone.
me. Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
left us all behind. So,
So,
I feel like
but
you're
I think you're also the only one strong enough to currently carry Zima.
Okay.
Wait, you said you're dying?
Remember,
Are you?
no, I'm not dying. It's just like I had like 6 health
Okay,
points.
yeah.
I'm just limping.
like, where-
You're doing great.
After Ruki slammed me into a wall. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, Ruki was not happy with how Glabagul seemed
My
to have
failed
met
attempt
its
to
end.
try and
Not
save
whatsoever.
Glabagul.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not my fault.
Ruki stormed off.
Yeah.
And then what?
I'm gonna go over to the Myconids and tell them that it is time for us to leave. That we have to get out of here as fast as possible.
Basidia says, yes, okay, so you found a way out. Good. Rapport spores, of course. Go ahead.
Well,
Hear
we
this.
didn't necessarily find a way out, but I think that we need to be on guard. We have some problems amongst some of our teammates.
She, or it, looks down at your armors and is everybody there? Did everybody make it back to the
Yeah,
Myconids?
I think so.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
think so.
I mean,
And
I guess
Basidia,
I'm
for the
carrying
first time,
Zima.
realizes you're carrying.
Yeah, slowly.
What's your strength?
8.
8. So you're dragging Arrizima?
Thanks for
Oh,
leaving
my
Zima
God.
to the
Well,
strength
Do you have
of
my
8.
foot like sadness
I just have you like
dragging me along?
yes.
Okay, good.
So Ruki shows up and starts
Like
talking
that.
to Basidia, and the rest of you show up a little bit later carrying
Yeah.
the dead weight. And Basidia says, oh my, were you injured? You would seem to, yes, all of your armor and clothing seems to be eaten away. Is that normal for soft skins?
No, it turns out there are some foe in here that burn away our weapons. They make our swords corrode, and they tear away at our clothing.
So you encountered more oozes.
Oh gosh, that was awful.
We did.
Several.
Yeah.
What about our cube friend?
I don't know. Why don't you tell Basidia, Marrok?
He didn't make it.
What happened?
Yeah. What did happen?
He was trapped over a hole full of ooze. I tried to help him, and he fell into the hole. And then Molly and I tried to save him, but it was too late.
I see.
What do you
Looks
mean
like
it was too late?
You were barely able to escape with your lives.
I don't know what it's like to be swallowed and covered in an acidus black pudding, but I can tell you that it probably doesn't go very well for anyone involved.
Maybe you guys could have, I don't know, shot off the ooze from Glaba. Maybe you guys could have saved him that way.
And maybe you could have quit wasting time in another hallway yelling at us. But it's fine, really, Ruki. Go ahead, just place all the blame.
Guys. We did the best we could, Ruki. He's dead. We need to move on and save the people who are here because this temple is flooding. There's probably more oozes here. But we need to rest at least a little bit because I'm spent. We're all hurt pretty badly. Let's take a moment and catch our breath.
Fine.
See if we can wake Zima up and get out of here.
You tried your best. Maybe Glaba would still have been alive.
Rich coming from someone who wasn't in the room. That's
Oh,
fine.
I'm not awake. Okay.
What good would you
She groans in her sleep.
While this conversation is happening, Rasharu kind of goes towards you, and you see him take out. Well, you don't see him, but the rest of you, if you're watching,
I do from my
he takes
vantage
out
point.
a small flask, and it looks to be like almost red in color, and he unstoppers it, and and he sees that now you guys are watching, and his rapport spores come out, and it says, "This will help soft skins. It will heal. Yes, good."
Great. Thank
And,
you.
he
Thank you
pours
very much.
the potion down your throat, and you take.
Gargle.
You take. Oh wow! You heal 15 points of damage.
Nice.
I
Perking
I
up.
rolled 2 6s.
I
So.
would
Coffee
definitely
for
like
you.
to still take a nap.
Yeah.
That's at all
Oh my
possible.
gosh.
Yeah. Well, at least I can start healing people now.
Yeah, please.
Oh, yeah, you can sing to us.
Oh, yeah.
Zima, are you okay?
To sing.
Zima, are you all right?
I think so. What happened?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. We'll fill you
Okay.
in. We'll fill you in.
Just don't bother asking Ruki.
Are you okay, Ruki?
She's fine, I'm sure. She didn't have to deal with anything.
Whoa, guys.
I
You.
I'm sensing some
tension here between you two?
Merrick,
I think you should hug and make up.
While you're looking at Ruki, you see her body start to shift into being like a transparent ooze. And then all of a sudden, all you see are two eyes, and she is an ooze.
Kill it. Kill it now before she knows more. Kill it. I'm gonna just walk out of the room very angrily now. I don't believe this for a second. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I don't believe this for a second.
Okay.
I definitely. Yeah, no. Okay.
All right. You guys see Merrick kind of narrow his eyes.
Throw my cloak.
It doesn't work so well seated, but
Nope.
valiant effort.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
If there was a door, you would slam it as you would walk away.
Yeah. Slam that tent flap.
All right. Zima is now up.
Okay.
I'm going to explain everything that transpired to you.
Okay.
And how Glob was dead and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I am.
Exposition.
That is horrifying.
Yes. That we should keep watch and make sure that Marrok is still the Marrok we.
Do you really
met.
I watched him fight. He fought all out. He tried his best.
How many times did he hit Globa?
It was chaos in there, and he didn't have spells that could.
You guys, we don't have time for this right now. I need to heal if somebody needs healing.
Okay.
Sure.
And then let's search for an exit once we're.
You're right.
I definitely need healing.
So Merrick, do you have the least amount? Are you still
He
in the room right
stormed
now?
out.
But I'm right outside, so you could find me pretty quickly if you wanted to.
He sang loudly.
Yeah, this chamber is like 20 feet, 30 feet long, 15 feet wide.
Okay.
And this was like the larger chamber where you guys first met, or right after you first met Gabagool.
I'm pretty hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are our hurt levels right now?
6.
Merrick? 6.
4.
4.
I'm a wizard.
What are you at?
I am 13.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't like fight too much. Again.
You could, prayer of healing might be the best thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Especially if you guys do a short rest.
And I don't remember what that.
Do we get to use hit dice on a short rest?
You sure do.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, let me look this up.
And then if she does prayer of healing, you might get a bonus to that.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to. I'm just kidding. I won't.
Just as an FYI, we would need a prayer to the goddess of joy
That's right.
for it to have any effect.
Very true.
Okay. All right.
Do it, girl. Get that karaoke locked.
All right, I'm going to do prayer of healing.
do you want someone to drop a beat for you?
I have to get into this zone now. That's not helping me, Mary.
I appreciated it.
Lyra, goddess of joy. Hello. It's me. Asking if you can please heal us. Is that good enough?
That's good enough.
All right.
Okay, great.
I'll give you some inspiration for that as well.
Ah, sweet.
Nice.
Having a solo singing in this dark chamber and below the Underdark.
Right.
It made brightness to everyone's
I thought you were
souls.
talking about the room we were in.
So,
Well, that too.
I mean, okay, let's see how much we get. Oh, that was really rough.
Oh no.
what's your spellcaster modifier?
Well, with that, it's 7 points.
Aw.
So if you spend at least one hit die, you get an extra 7 hit points, right? Is that how it works?
No, it's
I
just
don't
we
know.
get healed 7.
Yeah, we get healed 7.
Okay. Well, then in addition
Well,
to
if
that,
I
you can also
do-
spend hit dice to
Cool. How many hit dice can we spend on a short rest?
It's up to you.
Okay.
I don't think you guys have done a lot of spending of the hit dice, so you
I
guys,
haven't spent any so
you
far.
guys
Oh,
are
I
up
have
at
to
full. So 4 die, whatever your hit dice is, you have.
There I am.
Spend 3.
And there.
So she gave me. don't
Tito.
do
Yes.
Do I still have my inspiration from last game?
Yeah. Or did you end up using it?
I
don't remember using it.
because it's still filled in, and I would think I.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you still have it.
Sweet. Sweet.
So we have shorter sessions. We can make sure that it carries over.
Okay.
And I get half
For
my
sure.
spells back.
All right, because you're a wizard.
Thank goodness.
Harry?
Harry? Is that
Harry?
you?
Harry Potter.
You're a wizard.
Aw.
Sorry.
Hello,
Pour
Harry.
one out.
Wrong franchise.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
I'm almost fully healed. This is awesome.
So you guys spend an hour healing. What else do you guys do? Do you want to fast forward over that hour, or do you want to talk amongst yourselves?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna kind of look over the armor that I had that got all acidy and and see if there's anything at all I can do to kind of like either repair it a little bit or like something.
Okay.
I don't know. As it's
Yeah.
supposed to.
You're at -3, if I remember correctly.
Well, I only have -2, but I mean.
Okay, no, it's your
down.
weapon is -3.
Hers is -3. Yeah.
Yeah. Your dagger or your short sword has a -3
Yeah.
to damage. Okay, so yeah, do you take it off?
Yeah, I was gonna take it off.
Okay, so you take off your armor. Everyone gets
Take
to see
it
Marrok
off.
in his glory. And then as you do, of course, you do realize that the yellow... No more dying.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Only in-game dying.
This is like the 4th time this week I've inhaled liquid into my lungs. Like, you guys just don't do that. It
Don't drink
doesn't
and play.
end well.
Yeah, unless it's an oxygenated gel that will keep you alive in high-pressure situations. All right. Random references for the win. Yes. So as Marrok is disrobing and taking off his armor, you see his skin has definitely a yellowish tint to it, and all of the scarring that the acid might have done if it had reached as far as the skin. Almost you start to see little small the kind of fungus that grows on trees and shelves. You almost see that structure in the scar tissue that Marrok is displaying. So you would probably notice it first. What do you do? Do you?
I'm gonna I'm gonna look at it for a quick second and then realize that everybody else is looking at it for a quick second and like turn with my cloak and just kind of like, oh god, sorry, and yeah.
And then continue tinkering with your armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, like hide over here now.
All right. So you're not a craftsman.
I figured not.
Yeah, by any means, but you try to at least get the like leather thongs or whatever to try and make sure it would not fall off.
Yeah, essentially been basing it off of urchin repairing clothing type
Right.
situation.
Rasharu seems to notice you doing that, and his spores go out, and he says, "Would you?" Yes, that does seem like your armor is much less useful now.
Yeah, it definitely only covers up my girlish figure.
Yes, your soft skins must have a hard shell in order to stay safe.
Yes, this is true.
Yes, I have met many of your people that have this and even harder metal on the outside.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that stuff, though. It doesn't seem to, I don't know, allow me to dance as easily.
Would some Zerkwood be helpful? Harder material?
Possibly, yes, if you have some.
I have some. We use it as kindling if necessary, but perhaps you could use it.
Might be able to reinforce this, if nothing else. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Here you go. And he gives you kind of like a small 3 or 4 sticks that you might be able to use to do it, like weave something. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Go ahead and make me a intelligence check to see if you can piece something.
20 with my bonus.
20 with your bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to heal at least 1 point of the AC. So
Sweet.
you're only at -1 now.
Sweet.
Cool.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, is there anything that we could do about our weapons as opposed to just armor?
So you take a
yours.
closer look at your weapon, and you see that there's residue of black pudding and gray ooze on the actual metal of itself, and you see that it's like a rusted car where there's almost like it looks like something had taken a bite out of your metal and kind of burnt it away. So do you have a whetstone or something to sharpen your thing?
About Marrok's bones.
Marrok's bones.
I didn't say that.
I dropped that sick
say
beat
that.
for you, and this is how you
that,
take
that got dark real fast.
Could
Guys,
any
this escalated
of
really quickly.
the liquids that I have in my vials, can any of those help get it off?
You can
Just
try.
start testing.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know anything
Grease and
about these
syrup.
liquids, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing whatsoever.
Do you want
So-
me to take a look?
Sure.
And see if I can.
That'd be
If
great.
they look, any of them look familiar?
So then, would it be the oozes that are carving those shapes into the wall from earlier?
It's not clear.
Does it look like the same pattern?
Same pattern of the oozes?
The ooze damage and then the carved swirls.
No. It looks like the carved swirls were made by some intelligence, whether through hammer and chisel or magic. You can't really tell.
Okay.
You're going to take a look at the potions?
The potions, see if I can identify any of them.
Okay.
What am I rolling, just intelligence or arcana? Or
Yeah, roll me arcana.
That's 24.
24?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take a, kind of open them up and sniff them a little bit. And
That's what you learn in chemistry.
Taste it for
Sniff
you.
it and
You
taste.
taste it, put it inside your eyes and see if it burns. That's fine.
That
Yeah.
smells like chloroform to me, guys.
It's a good thing that you're in a temple, but there's a lot of water flowing because there's eye washes
Ready to go.
right nearby. But you see that they seem to be alchemical components.
Okay.
Don't seem to have any magical properties.
Okay.
From what you're able to tell.
Yeah, I don't think these will help get rid of the
You know that
ooze.
some of them are acidic, some of them might be basic, but you're not really.
Some of them are pumpkin spice
Yeah,
flavored. Is that
like
what
some
you're
of them.
saying?
Some, you know, at least one of them will.
One of
speed
them
up
has
the
an Ugg
decay
boot
of
on
her-
it.
which is not really what she wants to do.
Yeah. So I tell that to you. I said, I think these might actually damage your weapon. They won't help you, really.
Okay. Do either of you have a whetstone or anything that could help get this off?
I really don't use weapons.
That's true.
I have a holy symbol.
You're the holy symbol.
Rashiru
Don't know
overhears
what it's made
what you
of.
guys are talking about because his rapport spores are so out, and he says, "A whetstone?
Yes.
What is this?"
Well,
There's probably lots of rocks everywhere, right?
yeah, that's true. I'll just hit my hit my
In the
short
water.
sword
Okay,
against
so
the rock.
legit story, you guys. When I've been out camping and had like a hatchet that's been too dull, I've sharpened it on a rock. So that's a thing that you can do.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
whetstone.
no,
So you
yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, no, I will.
Okay.
You should do that.
Don't just go around and hit it on rocks. Like,
Rashiru sees you doing this, and he's like, "Oh, does that make your weapons sharper?"
I'm actually not hitting my weapon against the rocks. I'm trying
why
to.
not? You should.
I should.
Take
Okay.
out some anger.
Do what you're doing.
Do your thing.
I'm gonna start trying to sharpen it, and try to get the leftover of the ooze off of my off of my sword.
And you see, just Rashiru is very interested in what you're doing.
Yes.
And
Right.
make me
Cookies
a
not helpful.
Right.
what kind of a check? I think another intelligence check to see if you're kind of successful and.
Not 20.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot,
All right,
girl.
so you pick around on some of the rocks in this area. I mean, obviously this is kind of a carved, created temple, but there's been some cave-ins and some things that have fallen, and you just happen to catch a glint of a rock that might have some iron ore in it, or something that might be of a more hardness than the metal that you have, and you start using that, and. You don't notice it right away, but you guys have an hour, but it does seem to make the edge of your sword less pocked and nicked.
Okay.
So yeah, you are able to take off 1 negative from the damage.
Sweet.
You're at
I
negative 2.
still don't know what this mace does that was given to me. So,
All right, you're gonna
Merrick,
spend.
what does this mace do? Since you were the one that gave it to me, do we know?
I know that it's magical, but I don't know much beyond that.
Is there any way that you can check? Like, do you have the ability to, like...
I have detect magic, not the other.
Identify, right?
Yeah, I don't have identify because.
But if you spend an hour with it,
I spend an hour just
Cradling
with
it.
the mace, just maybe
Loving the
snuggling
mace.
it a little bit, trying to figure out what its desires are.
okay.
I'm going to lean
so
over and just, like, tap it so it catches on fire real quick.
after the
No,
hour.
no, don't like I need my hair.
You do start to feel, oddly enough, like a bond with this thing. So yeah, you can go ahead and you try to mentally activate it. and
Yeah.
A green flame
It's getting hot in
erupts
here.
from the mace.
Flame.
Green flame.
There you go. That's what you're supposed to do.
Sorry. Yeah, I know.
And
was late on
so
that
it does
one.
seem to be attuned to you now.
Oh, great. Good.
Is it
Good.
no longer attuned to me, then?
So does it do like
You can
regular
But yes,
regular
that's
mace damage
This is really
with fire
disappointing.
damage?
Yes.
I no longer...
It doesn't appear to be hot. The flame itself
Interesting.
doesn't have any heat to it.
Is
It
it
does
just-
emit light, the same as a torch.
Is it just a torch? Is it not
I'm
really
gonna-
a big
I'm gonna
stick?
Yeah, it's a
venture-
torch.
You just found a magical torch.
Sweet.
I'm
well,
gonna
we have a
venture that
magical
it
torch.
might do extra damage against undead or some other
Flammable things?
specific foes.
But I
who
mean, I'm
are-
technically flammable.
Well, don't hit yourself with the mace.
Yeah, and again, like you put your, if you want to test it, put your arm over it. There's nothing.
I'm
There's
just
no-
like, you know what? I gotta make sure that this isn't gonna catch me on fire, and I just shove it against my clothes like this.
Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, good.
I definitely
okay.
sit up and
Yeah.
then sit back down. And I
Merrick
was
rubs
just
his
confused
face.
at
Just
how
a lot
I
of
got
this.
involved
Like
in
you
this.
lost the magic. I don't
I'm simultaneously disappointed and really, really upset right now. Like, this is the worst day that is happening. I can't believe I'm still with these people.
You start to see all of them exhibit characteristics of ooze-like things.
Molly too?
Not Molly. Molly.
So about halfway through your rests, Basidia actually comes up to Molly, and she said, or it says, "I wanted to show you something. Come, come,
What is it?
come this way." And she draws you away a little bit, and you see her spores kind of jump out, but not as far as they normally would, only to get you within her rapport spores. And it says, I am concerned. This place is unholy. We must leave before its madness begins to take a greater hold of you.
Of me specifically. Of all of us.
Of the four of you.
Yeah, I mean everyone is fighting. I think you're right. There's something happening here. I think we're about ready to go. We just needed to kind of regroup, and I agree. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Yes. I worry about what you saw at the Grove. If indeed the Demon Queen is here, her tendrils can go far beyond mere fungal creatures like us.
Are you worried she might have infected one of us?
I believe you are all infected in some way. You were exhibiting characteristics not unlike Philo.
That's true.
I've also observed strange behavior. I do not witness to know more about softskins than many myconids, but
I was trying to light
you're
myself on
acting
fire
extremely
earlier. So.
erratically.
This is true. I think you're right. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I think the faster we get out of here, the better. I'll try to rally all of us to leave now.
And also, I am a sovereign, and I must look towards the future of my colony.
Of course.
When we reach the place that Rasharu says is safe, I believe that it would be a good time for us to part.
Of course. We want only to help you with your safety and not to be a burden on you in any way.
And us for you. This is not, the Underdark is not your world. You must return to the surface and tell those who may know more about the powers at work here what is happening, and
You're
find
right.
out how to stop it.
Yeah, this is bigger than us. You're right.
We'll give you whatever equipment or help or guidance that we can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please let the rest of the party who must know that this is happening.
Sure.
But I trust you more than the others.
Thank you. I'm honored. And then with that, I'll walk away from her, kind of thinking to myself a little. And first, I'll seek out Zima. to
Okay.
talk to her. So, Zima, how are you feeling?
A lot better. I'm not unconscious anymore. So
Fair.
that's wonderful.
Good.
Start.
Good.
It's a good start to my day.
So listen, I was just talking with the Sovereign, and we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. You saw how Ruki and Marrok was fighting.
Wow.
What is his name
I'm out.
again?
Done. So done.
And we believe that there might be corrupting influence here that is causing us to kind of lose our mind and our way and our grasp on reality. So, and you seem the least affected. Your goddess seems to protect you. So, want to let you know that.
She is wonderful. Thank you, Lyra. I was like, what else was I going to say there? Okay. Yes, we definitely should get out of here as soon as possible. But the question is, how are we doing that?
Well, the catastrophic search for an exit didn't work so well, but now we know which ways not to go. So let's go the other ways and see if we can't find a way out.
The caves one of the caves wasn't a dead end, right? Like the other caves were dead ends, though. Is that correct?
You mean the 4
Yeah.
kind of parallel passages? Yeah, you seem to, when you were running around and running back and forth, you seem to notice that there was another circular chamber that you had not yet explored.
Okay.
Do you want to gather Ruki, and I'll talk to Marrok, and we'll meet up and get ready to leave?
Yes.
All right. So we'll split.
Okay.
Find these 2.
Okay.
What up, girl? Time to go! We gotta get out of here!
Yo, stop!
Back out, stop, girl!
All
That's the
right.
cleric of joy talking.
I bring out heal up, and I'm like, we're ready to go.
Are you ready, Hilo? Can I shake
Hilo
his
is so
little...
ready.
Marrok, how are you doing?
He's got his hat on. He's good. Good to go.
Fine.
Listen, we gotta get ready to leave. I don't think this temple's doing any of us any good. You ready to move out?
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Put your hand out for a second.
I know. He's
I'm
gonna
just
cut it
gonna
off.
very gently just kind of poke a little bit to see like oozy reactions or not,
Okay.
kind of thing.
All right, so you, it's funny, I mentioned the abyss earlier. You see kind of a translucent blob of Molly with 2 glowing eyes, and it reaches out its hand to you. And when you touch it,
Yeah.
it actually feels solid.
Feels what?
It feels like a hot-blooded creature.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Marrok, something is bothering you.
A lot of things about me.
Is something on your mind? Why don't you tell us?
Look, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's magical in nature, and if anything, maybe I can help. Is there anything?
Can we talk about this later? Please?
You've been saying that this whole time. If you tell me now, we can better deal with it as
But you said we have to
leave.
get out of here, and if we don't get out of here soon, I don't... Yes. I'm just scared. I don't do well in the dark for long periods of time, so I just would really... I feel very cramped. I would like to leave sooner rather than later.
Came on the wrong mission for that.
Oh, yeah, should I roll for...
Oh, wait, I didn't hear that, did I?
I mean, I'm
Doesn't
not
sound like you're lying at all.
I mean, I'm not. That's true. I'm
Yeah.
not lying.
That's true.
Okay, I'm definitely not lying.
All right. Well, let's get you out of here as soon as we can, then. And just remember, I'm here to help if you need it.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna go and gather. Are we gonna take the mechanids with us as we go
Yeah.
search for the exit now?
Yeah, we're all just gonna go as a party and try to
Okay.
beeline it out of here.
So
Party.
let's talk about the passageway that we saw that kept going. So why don't we go check that out?
Sounds good.
And make sure that we have 2 of us on the back, in the back, and 2, or maybe 1 in the back, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, 1 in the middle, so that we are.
Let's have Zima in the middle, where she's not gonna.
Okay. That's what you guys can do. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like a triangle? Like bowling pins? What are we doing
No,
here?
no, no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like
So-
we're gonna have all the myconids in between us.
Yeah,
Right.
Mike
Right.
and like take up the bulk of the pack. Probably Ruki, you should be in front, leading the way, because I feel like other than this guy, you're the most nimble, and then the 2 of us can take up the.
Did I say
caboose.
something?
No, no.
That's what you didn't
And
say.
then Zima can stay in the middle and be kind of more protected.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just repeat that also so I
Sure.
get it down.
Ruki in front,
Okay.
Zima in the middle with Mike, surrounded by the myconids, and then me and Marrok bringing up the rear.
Giggity.
Okay. So Ruki, you'll be scouting ahead.
Just trying to go through this.
Oh no.
I held my
Keep,
tongue for as long as I could.
Just,
You're talking about
Okay.
triangle.
Just gonna-
All right.
Something
So
like
again,
that.
you guys were in this larger chamber. There's a chamber ahead of you, and the passageway goes directly to the right. It's a 5 foot chamber. Stop looking at your phones for right now. We're going forward.
I'm not doing anything.
All right. So, Ruki, you scout past where Gabagool had kind of squoze through. You go all the way to the end. It's about 100 feet. Take another right, and on your right you see the 4 doorways that led to those chambers, and then on your left you see the kind of natural break-in where water, the sound of water rushing is over there. And if you glance in, it kind of goes around a corner, but you can get the sense that there's more water in there. That's deeper, dripping sounds than there were before.
Okay.
I can make any sound. I'm a Foley artist
We
with
saw
my
though,
mouth.
like towards the back. That looked like we could fit.
I think the cracks were over by the waterfall.
Yeah, they were.
And it was like right above it.
Yeah. Okay.
As I walk by Glava's remains, I cry a single tear. Just when they're not
So you guys go down those 2 middle
Yeah, I think
passageways?
that we should, because I feel like they're going to connect at some point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been through the worst of it.
Okay, so you go by the one where Glava, so that was the 3rd passageway.
Correct.
And you see the remains of black sticky pudding, as well as if you look farther in, some kind of the gelatin residue on the bottom, which you assume is the remains of Gabagool. There's a 5 foot wide pit here. How do you intend to get past it?
Just hop over it.
Do we
With
see
the
a bottom?
mechanids. Yeah, the bottom is where the remains of Gabagool
Oh, yeah,
is.
okay.
15 feet down.
Gosh. So we probably have a rope, right? So, or 2?
Yeah.
Like, I know that
I have 100 feet of rope.
Okay.
Mara,
So-
can you check for any further traps to make sure we don't blunder into death like we did the first time?
You can do that.
Like we
I think
did the
that's
first
what you should
time.
check.
Go
That's fine.
Roll it.
24.
24. You do see now the mechanism of how the flagstone was propped up here, and then with any kind of weight, how it fell down. But it looks like it has already been sprung. Doesn't seem like there's any new danger. You also can tell that the stone on which you're standing had been blasted away. So this is where Gabagool would kind of fall down. So there's like a little bit of a 2 or 3 foot slope that goes down before the sheer drop into the pit.
Is it possible, seeing the mechanism of what caused the flagstone to drop in the first place, is it possible to reverse that at all? Like, given with what we can see?
Yeah, actually, as you look at it, the flagstone kind of hinged down, and it looks like it was damaged a little bit when that happened. Nobody was really too concerned with how it would look afterwards, but maybe you'd be able to bring it back up.
Yeah.
You're not sure. It's heavy. It looks like it's at least a 6-inch thick flat rock.
Okay. Well, I'm going to at least share that information then, and you know what I mean, like explain kind of.
Okay.
I can kind of tell where the rock's fallen, but I can't see if there's a way for us to get it back up to close the gap.
I think we can all just jump across here, right? I look to the mechanids for that confirmation.
The CDS says it is a bit far, but I think we can manage.
Okay.
Especially with help. If you have rope as a safety, that might be.
Yeah.
Could we do some shroom tossing?
Sorry.
We are quite light for our size.
Well, that I will
pretty
leave
sure we're all
to
12 here.
Zima, to the 3 of you. I'm not
play
gonna be
catch?
very helpful.
My strength is pretty good, so I'm sure I can.
All right. Well,
Lob and
who's the first one to get across?
I'll go ahead and make a jump across.
Okay.
Is
can
it
do it in
athletics?
acrobatics.
All right, so you guys move kind of out of the way of the chamber and allow Molly to make a running jump.
Yep.
Oh, good. Athletics?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Ooh, that
2.
was rough.
Okay, so Molly starts running, and you misjudged how close the gravel was.
Wait, I'm gonna use my point of inspiration. This is too embarrassing.
Okay.
Are you sure? I had a plan just in case.
Yeah, no. 11.
So you're about to slip on the gravel, but you kind of make this weird, one leg goes completely stiff, and it almost like bends backwards, but then you're able to kind of get your momentum, continue, and dive forward, and you land on the other side and kind of roll into a crumpled mess.
Made it.
Okay.
Made
I'm
it
good.
safely.
I'm okay.
All
Yeah.
you see is just one hand, one thumb up pops up.
I'm gonna
Okay.
as soon as I see that, I'm gonna start presenting to do the same. And
Do
kind
it.
of, but I'm gonna do a flip across the hole.
You gonna acrobatics it?
Yeah, I'm gonna acrobatics this a little bit.
Okay. That's a little bit of a higher DC, but we'll see if you
That's
can do
fine.
it. Show off.
Well, no. 13.
Okay. How does it look like when you make your jump?
I was gonna run and then do a roll flip so that I can land like this, like on my feet backwards.
Just like that?
Was the plan.
All right.
I know I'm gonna land on my ass now, but it's fine.
No, you totally make it.
Sweet.
Yeah, you do your
Nice.
flip and you land not quite how you wanted to. Like you bang your elbow a little bit and you jam your head up. But,
But you're
So
kind of
all
on
right,
the
and I'm just
side.
gonna look at Ruki and wink.
Oh God.
I'm gonna take out one of my darts and just throw it at you.
Wait, really?
Wasting your dart.
roll to head. Go
Wait,
ahead.
really?
Are you really? Yeah.
Oh!
She fails miserably. Can I catch
21.
it with? Can I catch it with?
That's a hit.
Oh.
That was an
Right out of
oh
your
dang.
face.
Oh.
But I cannot. But I was
dang, boy.
aiming for his hand. Okay.
There's no called shots, so
No call shots.
do a D4 damage, right?
Fine.
Jeez.
You said it. You did it.
3.
3. You take 3 damage as a dart pops into you right after your wink, and you're like,
Do I see this, or am I still like?
Everybody
kicking
can see
myself
it,
up?
yeah.
Okay, great.
Motherfucker.
and Basidia kind of catches your eye.
Yeah. All right. Oh, are you okay?
Your pencil.
Are you gonna go? Why don't you go next in case I have to throw you? Because you can't make it.
I can make it.
I have an extra pencil if you guys need it.
You can
cool.
probably
You
make it.
say-
You're
I'll
always
grab
doing
it.
those crazy acrobatics. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true.
So 2 of you are across. The other 2, do you have rope? Do you want to make it easier for them, or?
Yeah.
Contemplating that idea. Yeah.
So what should happen is, as you guys went across, one of you should have taken a rope, I think a rope, and then the other one should have taken some rope, and so we have 2 of them taut next to each other so that they can climb over it, so they're not just bouncing on one.
Well, I think we just leapt before we looked, so to
Okay,
speak.
well-
so
Well,
we'll
you can
toss
just- you can
rope
toss
back.
over it
Yeah,
quite
it's
a
5
bit.
Like it's
feet.
that far
I mean,
of
So-
5 feet,
so-
Right.
I come over, pull the dart out of your shoulder, and I'm like, all right, guys, let's, and I just throw rope to try to distract from what happened. That was just funny jokes. Ruki, you're too good of a shot.
Okay, so the Mycanids make it across with no incident, and Zima and Ruki, you guys are kind of anchoring the last 2, so it's up to you 2 to jump across.
Go ahead, Ruki.
Okay, I'm going to
You get a chance to defend.
I'm going to jump onto the side of the wall and then kind of do a twist in midair and just jump on the other side.
Okay, that's a higher DC. Let's see if you can do it. I love you guys make it more difficult than you need to.
That's what we do.
Oh no!
She
Would
falls
you-
to her death.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
all right, so you look really, really good. Jumping onto the wall, and you were able to get like a grip, so you were going to throw back and do a flip, but you misjudged, and your flip kind of lands with you. You don't like land on your head or anything, but you definitely misjudge, and you're like your feet kind of plant in a weird way, and you get that like jarring feeling, like ooh, and vibrating up your body. You take 1 point of damage.
Meant to do that. Totally meant to do that. Hey, Mr. Dart.
Up to you.
Throw it.
I'm just gonna run and jump. I'm not gonna do anything fancy,
Good.
especially because my deck's so
That's a
low.
5 DC.
Yeah.
Much
okay.
easier.
Well. 18.
Wow. So you actually look the most graceful out of all these people.
Can I have run like this? Like, you guys ever, like, Zelda 64,
Yeah.
the carpenters running
Yeah.
across? That's what I do. 'Cause
That's what
it's
you do.
amazing. Yeah.
And then you land with a plum, and you're like, let's do this.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Even the Mycanids are like, psh.
what up, guys?
I hand you your dart back, and I whisper, "Can we not start things right now? We need to get out."
Sorry, he started it.
So you guys
Debbie started it.
are on the other side of the pit, and you see that all 4 of these hallways do in fact converge here and go into one 5-foot wide small passageway. And now that you have a light source, is your mace going with Seeing Flame? Into the chamber that's about 20 feet by 20 feet. In the center of it is a pool, a basin. That contains kind of a shallow, brackish water. And in the center of the pool, a broken statue used to be here. Now it's all broken, and there's rocks that are falling atop of the pedestal upon which it was on. And all that you can see kind of are stone feet, clawed stone feet what this statue used to be. And around outside walls of the chamber are 7 niches with strange, formless sculptures. They almost look like water.
You said
Do they
seven?
look
in
like
each
they-
of these niches.
Yeah,
Do they look like they were meant to be that way, or do they look like they've crumbled over time and have started
Looking
to
at
be
this,
that
it
way?
looks like the stone was carved to look like that, from where you guys are.
Okay.
Can we just leave before we can? I mean,
Okay.
So this is a dead end. We're gonna get out this way.
It looks doesn't look to be any exits right now.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate the statues more closely and look for any more runes or symbology that I might recognize.
Okay. You don't see any of that, but you do see in one of the niche, one that's most directly to your right, as you kind of walk into the chamber and look to your right, there's water, there's a crack in the back of the niche, and it looks like there's water coming in there. And then you actually look, there's like a pool of water below you.
Okay. Oh boy. This does not look like a way out. I
Yeah.
think we need to explore other.
And the water is for sure rising. That's what we determined when we were by the waterfall.
Right. And I also point out this crack in the water pouring in from here.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, I think the best solution is to find a way up.
Yeah.
Because it seems like any way that's going to be straight across is going to maybe have some barriers with water. So maybe we should just try to find a way to climb or anything to, I don't know. I don't know how tall
Were
are
there
the
any-
ceilings.
In this chamber?
Well, just in general, like obviously the waterfall area, it was.
In general,
much
they're
higher.
about 10 feet high.
Okay.
In this chamber, it's got a bit of a dome over the top of this circular chamber that rises up to about 25 feet at its apex and then slopes downwards from there.
Okay.
From what you remember of the other chamber where the water was coming in, that was like a kind of a natural cavern. It was, the ceilings were much lower. They were about 7 or 8 feet high.
Okay.
Mm.
Not enough for you to kind of stoop your heads, most of you, but not
Okay.
vaulted ceilings by any stretch of the imagination.
Sure.
All right, so Molly is inside this chamber, looking around.
I'm gonna come stand next to Molly and start looking up more toward the ceiling, kind of getting an idea of just the slope. If there's anything else I can see, holes, something we can, I think like Ruki was suggesting, climb to, that type of jazz.
Okay, you kind of look at the ceiling above this niche, and you see that the crack where water is coming in kind of stretches all the way up, at least 5 feet up onto the thing. So water is coming in from there, and again on the top of this dome, there's almost like there's that swirling pattern that you guys saw in those hallways.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to it, but when you look at it, it starts to move and shift, and you see one eyeball open and one close, and then you see one of those forms where an eyeball was start to come towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of back up behind Molly and say, why can't we just leave the way we came in? I don't understand why we have to continue to explore this place.
We just want to. We just want to check for any. We're gonna leave real quick.
We notice that he's upset.
He's acting the way he's acting.
Okay. What's
Did you see
alarming
something?
you?
Did you see something?
See something, say something.
There's been a lot of oozes around here, and I'm just concerned. I mean, with all this water coming in, we don't have a lot of time, and I don't really want to drown today in the darkness. So it'd be nice maybe if we just considered leaving. I don't know. Why do we have to stay here?
Good point.
Oh no. We can head out.
Yeah, I'm all for leaving. I don't think this looks like a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second, and I go to the center statue to take a closer look at that.
Okay.
Wasn't one of the passages caved in, or is that in a different?
So you go. Do you walk into the pool? There's a bright like.
Yeah, I reach the edge of the pool, and the first thing is I look at the water to see if I can spot any oozy, moving, weird thing.
Well, you don't see any oozy moving things.
Okay.
At first glance, make me an investigation check to see if
Sure.
you want to peer into there.
14 plus 18.
18. So yeah, you spend a lot of time kind of like looking, making sure that there's before you touch anything. I
Right.
assume, right?
Yeah.
And what you do end up seeing, you don't see any movement or anything that looks like that, but you do see a glint of metal, and then you realize that the bottom of this pool is only about 6 inches deep. You see coins, and you see 3 kind of circle-shaped things of that looks almost greenish, but also a glint of metal there. and a long thing. Kind of hard to tell because it's very brackish and strange in there, and there might be some algae, as well as a few smaller vials, for lack of a better word.
I go fishing. I just reach in and first I'll grab for the long, thin thing first.
You reach in?
Yeah. I reach
You sure?
in. Too late, I said it.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you go in, and you find 112 silver pieces,
Okay.
41 gold pieces,
Okay.
3 bracelets worth 25 gold each. The long thing is a dagger. As you look at it, it looks like it has a bit of a spider design on the hilt if you rub off some of the algae that's on there. And as well, two vials with stoppers in them, and you're not really sure what's inside them.
It was 112 silver and how much gold?
41 gold pieces.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he said 410.
Just add a 0 to everything I
Just
said.
add a 0.
And what were the 3 things I found? The 3.
A dagger with a spider design.
Mm-hmm.
That you're gonna want to give.
And 2 vials. You're not really sure what they are.
And then what was the things worth 25 gold each?
Oh, 3 bracelets.
Bracelets.
Yeah. Okay. And they're gold, but they have like a greenish tint to them.
Okay.
You're not really sure how much they're worth.
Okay.
No loses.
Cool. I put them all in my pack, and then I'm like, okay, guys, anything else in this room? Because if not, we got to find a way out.
Can we check to see if there are any properties to that dagger or the bracelets?
I can only detect if there is magic. I can't tell what it is, what it does.
Apparently, if you snuggle it long enough, you'll get a bond to it.
Yeah?
That's how all weapons work.
That's
how
how a lot
all
of things
weapons
work,
work.
actually. I mean, for being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could use that dagger if my sword
Yeah,
is
definitely. Why don't you hang on to it?
2 damage? Thank you.
And again, it's got a spider kind of motif on it, so.
So it's
make
perfect
me-
for Helob.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Helob.
Yeah?
Give her one more thing to
Okay.
attack me.
Make it what?
I was gonna say make a intelligence check,
And
just straight intelligence.
21.
21. All right, so it looks like similar to the drow weapons that you saw the drow hold
Interesting.
in the prison.
I'm going to bring out Helob and kind of hold the dagger up to him to see if he's going to react in any different way.
He doesn't do much at first, kind of just doesn't really know what to do, and then he's like, oh, I have a little bit of freedom, so he just starts kind of exploring. And he goes on the dagger, but doesn't seem to act any strangely other than that.
Okay, I'll just stick him on my shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Now what do you guys do?
Let's book it out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, you book it back across the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna get taken out of
We'll
dodge.
say you all die.
End of adventure. Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you very much. It's been a very fun stream. No, yeah, you guys are able to get across safely.
You all die.
As well as the Myconids are able to be tossed safely back. And you are able to do it in such a way that you get all your rope back as well.
Great.
Wow.
All right, so you're on the other side there. You've traversed now the remains of Globagul 4 or 5 times.
He's not. We don't even know if he's there anymore.
The last time you jump over, you hear a Eric, hi. Hi, Eric.
I'm gonna shake my head. I'm just gonna land. Like I'm gonna land really poorly and like smack my head a little bit and just keep walking.
Give me a hug.
Nope. Just gonna keep walking. Yep. Just gonna keep walking.
I like hugs.
What's going on, Mary?
Are you asking me that question?
I mean, aren't you obviously distraught?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do I notice that he's distraught?
You see him doing this. And
Just walking as quickly as I can.
I'm gonna pull Ruki aside and I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, look, I think there's obviously something wrong with him. I think it has something to do with the temple. The Sovereign has noticed it too, and we need to get out of here as soon as possible, and hopefully it'll help Merrick get back to his usual self.
I think he's past the point of
No return.
no return.
Past the point of no
Oh, look what I've
return.
done. Okay.
Can't
I'm
believe
alive.
you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I got, oh
Can't
no!
believe musical theater nerds.
All right, so you guys are all across the pits, and where do you go from there?
Is there any part of this that we haven't explored yet? Any possible way out other than the way we came?
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Do we remember? Is there any
don't-
part? Any
It doesn't
unexplored?
appear that, no.
Well, we're gonna drown. It's been fun, guys.
You could show, maybe the Myconids have some information, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point we turn to the Myconids and say, look, we've explored as far as we can, and it looks like there's a lot of dead ends. And I mean, I'm thinking the next thing we do is try to break open one of the cracks bigger, but I don't know if that just means we flood the temple faster. Do any of you guys have any ideas?
I really like this idea, actually. Merrick's gonna just start to smile a little bit at the hearing of this, like the cracking of the thing. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna smile.
So Rasharu lets out his spores and says, yes, I mean, we will be able to float, even if it got flooded, but who knows if we'll be able to get out somewhere where there's air in time.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there, Ruki, did you have something on your mind?
No.
No?
Um,
Is there any reason why you're drawing?
Secretly pulling out only one
Quietly.
of the six-sided die
Quietly pulling
in there.
pulling out your
Perhaps
weapon.
not.
While she's staring over at Demetrios, she's just like,
Pulling out your weapon.
I'm gonna roll all these dice to kill you. Did you? Rasharu says you mentioned that there was a chamber where there was more water.
Yes.
Where is that chamber?
We can go there.
Okay.
So,
Let us go there.
yeah. We head
All right,
over
so
there.
you guys, it's not far. It's only on the other side of this chamber.
very subtle.
And you get to that chamber. It's vaguely circular. Again, there's a lot of rock and earth that has been fallen in.
Sure.
And water now seems to be gushing out of a large crack in the center of this on the ceiling.
And that's it.
And there's been water pooling here, but it's starting to get farther down from where it was after an hour or so has passed. So it's starting to flood the hallway leading up to this chamber.
Any ideas, Rasharu?
As you said, perhaps we can. Obviously, this looks like a weak point in whatever is above us. Perhaps if we were able to break that, more water would flow in, but we might be able to float to the surface.
As he says this, I want to point my finger up at the ceiling and say bangarang.
Thanks for consulting.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Are
want
you
to
actually casting?
Yeah,
Are we-
I want
Okay.
to actually try and break. Like I'm hearing all of this
All right, make an
conversation.
attack roll.
Are we standing further back?
You guys are in the formation that I have you in, so you're kind of in the center. The Myconids are in the middle with Zima,
But I
and
mean-
Marrok is kind of in the back.
18.
What I mean is, are we directly underneath where he is?
No, you guys are about
causing
at the lip
collapse?
of the pool, which is about 10 feet away from where that spout is.
Do I see him and move in time to try to interrupt him at all, or probably not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I planned it to just pretty much like
You guys
Yeah.
are in the middle. You were in the middle of talking
Okay.
to Rasharu, and
Great.
all your attention's there, and he's bangarang. That's
Okay.
pretty simple to do.
Yep.
All right, but you can roll initiative now if you want to stop him immediately after.
It happens,
18.
and
All right, so you definitely hit.
Yeah.
Roll me damage, and it's force damage, correct?
yes, force
Great.
damage, and I've already forgotten that it's 2d10.
You've already killed one
It's
party
1d10.
member with force damage.
1d10.
It's one, right?
I think it's 1d10.
Okay, I'm just gonna say 4010. I don't care now.
Eldritch Blast. That's E.
Yeah. It's right here. Wait, I'm just triple checking. It's 1d10. 8.
8 damage.
Yes.
Okay. So a wave of force energy comes out of Marrok's finger and hits where this crack is, and immediately more rock and earth kind of come out of here, and the water rushes in. So go ahead, everybody, make me initiative checks.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
23.
So a wave of water waves over. Well, you actually can act first, but you see kind of this burst of water coming out.
Okay.
What do you do? Anything?
I'm gonna, I don't know, adjust my cloak and kind of get ready to start. Oh, I'll start hyperventilating myself so I can breathe better underwater. So I'm going to start doing that.
Okay.
Hold your breath once you're underwater.
Molly, what did you get?
I got a 20.
Oh, you got a 20?
Yeah.
All right, so you're able to act as well.
No, not at all.
You see the water rushing towards you. You got like a split second before you can do anything before you're...
I'll cast Expeditious Retreat, and that's it.
Okay, great. What about...
Oh, we should have tied rope to each other.
I got 15.
Thanks for giving us time to
What
plan.
did you get,
15.
Ruki? You both got 15?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the water, the wave of water kind of washes over you guys, and you were not prepared for it, so you all
You
take
asshole.
about 3 points of damage just from the initial
So you all
rush.
drown and everything's
It's more just like an initial like slap in the face of water as it kind of hits you. So all of you are kind of taken back, including the Myconids. But
So we all
after that
take
initial
three.
first rush, the water level starts to definitely rise in this chamber.
I would like to note that Helob's hook was caught in my shirt.
Of course.
So as I was pushed back, he was like flying kind of behind me, but he's still good.
Okay.
Gonna hold Elab up again just so everyone can see him.
Ruki, you're about waist deep in water right now. What do you do?
Now we have time to tie rope.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to take out my rope and start. I don't know if we want to. Should we do it around our waists, or should I just have us? What seems more reasonable?
I feel like
So there's water rushing everywhere.
Water with
yeah, I
waist would
think
be
we're
good.
just
You just got hit in the
trying
face.
to
Ruki's like,
swim.
what do you do?
I'm gonna start with shouting
I
at.
just
I'm not.
wanna
This is.
try
I'm thinking
Oh,
about
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
don't
gonna
have
shout.
time to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first thing I do is I say,
Yeah.
Marrok, what were you thinking?
I want to get out of here, and it sounded like Rasharu had a really good idea.
Okay, I'm just gonna take out rope and start tying it around my waist, and then I'm going to throw it to Yichao.
Molly.
Molly.
His
Molly.
name is Molly.
Molly.
Okay,
Sorry, Molly.
Zima,
Sorry,
you're up.
Molly.
What do you do?
I'm just gonna try to swim, I guess. I don't think that.
We have rope too, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, make
but
me an athletics check. You want to try and get closer? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to
gonna just start swimming because I.
say? Okay, make me an athletics.
Nice.
Yeah, 22.
22?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm just
So,
like, go!
do you want to dive in?
Yeah.
All right, so you're waist deep as well, and you're going to dive in and start pulling your way. So you're almost like right at where that rushing water is, but based on that check. You just power sprinted.
In full armor. What a.
In full armor, right. Very strong.
I am very strong. My
Nice.
strength is 17.
All right, so you're right there, and you, as you get there, you see through there. It's all this rushing water is definitely kind of messing with your vision a little bit, but you almost can see colored light coming from up above.
Colored light. So it doesn't seem to me like daylight or whatever counts for that.
Still
in the
Underdark.
Underdark.
No, it definitely feels like reds and pinks and blues. Yes.
You should beat that mace against it.
Is the croc large enough for us to swim through?
It's really hard to tell, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it
right.
might be a squeeze. Marrok, you're up.
I'm gonna start trying to unravel rope to tie to Molly,
Okay.
but then I'm gonna look up and see Zima, and just start draping rope on Molly and start swimming at Zima. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Great, everyone threw a rope at me.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh shoot. I mean that makes sense, but shoot. 7.
7. All right. So you pay out all this rope, and then you start to try and wade
Yeah.
forward, and you get about 5 or 10 feet before
Just knock back.
the thing. Right. Exactly.
Logical.
Molly, you're up.
So with Expeditious Retreat, it allows me to take 3 move actions.
Okay. Great.
So I guess I'm just gonna I'm gonna hold on to the rope. I'm not gonna take the time to tie it. I'm just gonna hold on to him and then wade forward as well as far as I can towards Zima.
Okay.
Athletics as well, or?
With all three of your move actions, you want to do that? What about the Myconids?
Oh shoot!
That's
They
what
can
we should be
float.
tying the rope to.
We could make a float of Myconids.
As you look back, or no, actually forward, there in front of you, the Myconids do seem to be bobbing up a little bit.
Okay.
Do they seem distressed?
I'm gonna use
Less distressed than everyone else is.
I'm gonna use my move actions to go to each of them and then try to gather them all into one area.
Okay.
Do it. Make a flotation device.
Do you say anything, or?
I say, bunch together, bunch together.
Oh, so you can probably put the rope. Okay.
And you hear Basidia say, "Yes, listen," or in her rapport spores, listen to Molly. The water is up. And Zima, where you are, you see about 2 more large pieces of clumps of earth and rock kind of fall off from this rock. It's a much bigger opening now.
Okay.
And you're able to kind of grab a hold and like not go farther back.
Okay.
But the water is rushing in much more now at this point. And no, Molly, you take 2 points of damage as a clump of earth kind of hits you unawares as you were getting the myconids all together.
Ow.
Ruki, you are up and you see that this whole chamber is about 3/4 flooded at this point, especially after the bits fell off apart. So you had tried to you had thrown the rope.
Yeah, I threw the rope. Do I notice that we are able to get through the cracks in the ceiling? Should we wait for the water to fill up? What do I notice in that aspect?
You get a sense that if you wait for the water to fill up, you would be able to float easier to the top. Yes.
Right. Okay, and there's enough room to get through that space at this point?
It's hard to tell with the rushing water going through
Okay.
and things going through, but your quick snap judgment is yes.
Okay, so I'm going to swim over to the myconids and make sure that they are all grouped together with Yichao, and then grab the rope from the other side. And sorry from Molly, and grab the rope and tie it around the other side so that they are all completely together at this point.
They are very helpful and trusting of you doing that, so they're on board.
I quickly asked them, do you guys need to breathe?
What's breathe?
No.
Great. Good answer.
I'm going to yell down to them that I see lights up here, and we should definitely be moving towards... Guys, we should definitely be moving towards the light. Go towards the light!
Marrok, you're up. You go towards the light.
I'm going to stop for a quick second and have a really bad reaction to this moment again. And then I'm going to try and grab the rope that's tied around the myconids and start trying to swim with them towards the opening.
Okay.
Thinking that, floaty McFloaty hands.
Okay, Molly.
Same assist.
All right. The water is up and more falls away, and almost instantaneously it feels like this whole chamber is generally full. There might be 6 or 10 inches of air trapped up at the top, but it's all full, and you get the sense that if you're listening, there's rushing water behind you as the rest of the complex seems to be filling up with water at the same time. Okay, so Ruki, you're kind of bobbing up at the surface, and you're near the myconids.
Okay.
You guys are about 10 feet away from where the hole is, where Zima is.
Okay. Gosh, how can we get there faster?
I can. Do you guys need help? I can swim to you.
I think we
very
just need something
strong.
to boost us forward.
Oh.
You try to yell, but almost all of it is.
Okay.
As the chamber is full.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Is there a wall next to the myconids that I could kind of bounce off of and propel?
The ceiling.
Oh, the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could pull along the ceiling.
And I'm guessing it's just stone, flat stone, right?
Stone, earth,
Earth.
as you're kind of going to lock it, some of it comes off in your hand, so it's not like super solid or anything.
Okay, so I'm going to take my short sword that is damaged. I'm just going to stick it up into the ceiling and then just pull everyone forward as much as possible.
Okay, make me a quick strength check as you try to do that.
15.
Nice.
Great. All right, so yeah, you're able to, and then muscle aside the myconids towards the hole, and they kind of go towards there. Exactly. Zima, you see this massive myconids coming towards you.
Is there still a rope around them?
There's
right
like
now?
almost making a
Can
makeshift
I
round.
reach and grab them and pull them towards me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. So they're kind of there, and they're not positioned yet to go through the thing. If you want to kind of push them through the opening.
Does it look to me like if we go through the opening and get up onto the ledge or whatever, is there a ledge that we can stand up on, or has all that fallen away?
You don't see
Or I
a
don't
ledge of
know.
anything, but you do see that there's water still above that's coming in.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the myconids towards me and try to push them up there and.
Okay, make me a strength check.
Strength
check.
It's the strength check.
Strong checked.
The strumpf should be listed on your sheet.
19.
19.
All together.
All right, so
Nice.
you You got to push
Should we?
this raft of myconids through the opening, and it's a little bit of a tight fit. There's a little bit of like a.
Do they just plug it up so no more water's
They don't. You're able to push them past that.
good, okay.
If you had gotten a lower strength check, that would have been plugged up. But you were able to be strong enough to get enough leverage and use your athletic body to kind of get it up there, and then they continue to go up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a small rope trailing as you see them go
Can I
up.
grab onto the rope before
Yes.
they go away?
You got the rope. Marrok, you're way back in the chamber. It's dark in here, flooded.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I thought I was holding on to the myconids and swimming with them.
Oh, okay. Make me a dexterity check to make sure that you're still grab a hold.
18.
18. All right. So yeah, they were pushed from Ruki to Zima, and as you're seeing the rope trail out, you actually see a small Marrok also trailing
You're just along for the ride.
as you're going up. And you kind of it's like you can almost feel like it's like a sponge that is rising to the top of the surface
Okay.
of water, and you splash at the top, and you realize that you're in an underground river, and you start
Oh, crap.
going farther.
Great.
Ah, crap.
Luckily, Zima's got a hold of the rope.
Got a
Luckily.
hold of the rope.
Molly.
Same dex check, because I was also...
Yep.
I am, yeah. I'm also not very attractive.
Ah, not so good. 6.
I do.
6. All right. So you try to hold on, but the bumping and the moving, you lose your grip.
Do I fall back to where Zima is, or where am I now?
You are so. It happens when Ruki tries to push it towards Zima.
Okay.
So you lost your kind of grip there. So you're in the chamber, floating.
I'm going to use all of my actions, including Expeditious Retreat, to try to swim after them.
All right. Do your swim checks with their athletics.
Is that 2 or 3 checks?
Make 3.
Okay. 11, 1, and 15.
So 11, you get to where Zima is. You're strong enough to kind of get up to her. She had just kind of kicked everybody up, and the 1 you start to. This is where the most rushing of water is, and you're you don't go anywhere. You kind of stay backward, maybe even fall back a little bit. But then with the last check, you're able to get above, and you feel you get. Are you holding on to anything? No, you're not holding anything on. So you're up in a water chamber. You're holding your breath, and you realize that the water. It's kind of going in one direction, and you start going that direction away from those two.
Okay.
Water is totally filled up in that chamber at this point. Ruki, what do you do?
I'm going to. Well, I was heading over towards where Zima was.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of trying to feel for the area to pull myself out.
I just
where?
hold my hand out to you so you can grab onto me.
Okay.
All right, make me an athletics check swim
I got
to try
you,
to get
babe.
to where she is.
Oh,
Got
no.
you, babe. No!
What'd
Why
you
did
do?
you
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Inspiration.
Oh, inspiration. I'm going to use that inspiration.
Oh, okay. So before you do the inspiration, your first instinct is to take a deep breath of water.
Oh, great.
Your inspiration kicks in right before you do
Now
that.
I'm starting to drown. Okay.
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Oh.
6.
6 total?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So your first
I don't
instinct is to
deal
take a
with
deep breath,
Ruki
but you
anymore.
catch yourself and only open your mouth and let it come in, and you're like, you spend the turn a little bit
Dying.
dazzled. Yeah, you're not,
Dazzled.
Well, yeah, right. You're stunned. You have a mouthful of water, possibly some had leaked into your lungs at this point. Maybe you even swallowed some.
Great.
Do I see this? Can I see her through the water at all?
It's
Can I tell?
dark water.
Your mace
try
is
to make-
glowing?
Your mace is glowing.
My
actually,
mace is glowing.
and it's not hot.
It's also
so
not
it's still
hot.
very green glowing. So yeah, you were able to see Ruki struggling
Can
about
I-
15 feet away in the water.
Oh, 15 feet away.
Not worth it. Swim
Not
out.
worth it.
Let her go.
Okay, I'm still holding on to the rope. Is it starting to pull me? Because they're being pulled down the river.
They haven't traveled that far, but
Is it long
that's
enough?
a good intelligence check trying to figure out that you will soon.
You could probably just let it go.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it go, and I'm gonna swim after Ruki really
The
quick.
cold water never really bothered you that much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Greg was with me on this one.
All right, so you let the rope go and you go after Ruki.
I just let it go.
Make
and then
me
I go after it.
an athletics check to try and grab her.
Okay, can do that. Ooh, 21.
Oh, all right.
Dang, I'm good at this, you guys.
So
Shoot!
I have more swimming
You push
adventures.
off of the rock behind you, push towards her, do a flippy-do, like kind of in the water, and
Yeah.
get back to where you were.
Sweet.
Those are all of your actions, though. So you're basically
Boom.
with
Yeah.
Ruki.
So I've
there.
got you, but
The
we're
rope is
almost
gone.
drowning.
Got you, Bay. Got you,
I
Stephen.
got you.
The rope is
babe.
They do not have the rope anymore. Marrok, you're holding on to the raft, and you're bobbing at the top of the surface of what is a river, and it
Okay.
seems to be generally pretty fast-moving river.
Sweet. Do I see any like I don't know, side things? What are those called? Ground shores? I don't know.
Banks?
Banks. That's what it is.
There you go.
Around the shores,
Down
the
by
same
to the
thing.
hanky.
Like close by.
As you, all right, so you kind of get your bearings.
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to get a
I couldn't
Right.
hold the mic
idea
in
if
a
I can-
All right,
draft
so you're in
back
an
any-
underground
anymore.
river. Looks like stalactites and stalagmites.
hold
The
it
colored
back
light that you have seen looks like it
anymore.
was from a patch of fair's dress behind you.
Great.
And it doesn't look like there's any banks right now, but you got the sense that maybe there was
I
behind
mean,
you.
girl.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can I start trying to pull and swim us backwards? Essentially, I'm trying to get us near maybe a.
Make me an athletics check. This one's going to be tougher because you're swimming against the current.
Sweaty right now. Is that
12.
okay?
12.
So okay.
All right, so I will with a 12. Because that was my DC was 15, so I'll say that was close enough that you're not moving any farther down. You
Okay.
basically you're swimming, but you're not beating the current. You're basically staying stationary.
Okay.
I'm still underwater going along with the flow, right?
Yes.
I'm going to try to swim to the surface and then look for where the microphones have gotten.
So you can swim up. You don't need to check for that. You can kind of bob up to the surface.
Great.
And you get a sense there's a patch of fair's dress behind you, maybe about 50 feet in the river, and you get a glimpse of bobbing myconids about 25 feet away from you, farther down.
I swim after them as fast as I can.
Okay, make me a athletics check to make sure you're.
Do I get any
Humor.
help with going with the current?
Yes.
Great. 12 is the check.
Yeah. Okay. So you. I'm just making sure you were, not overshooting them or anything. But with that check, you're able to get to them, and you see Marrok is also swimming against current right there.
Cool. So I'll grab onto the thing, and I don't have any more move action left after all that.
You went up one. You're still expeditious retreating, right? So you got one more move action
Yeah,
left.
I'm gonna help him to head towards the.
Okay. This is a higher DC.
14.
14, not enough. You guys kind of
Stabilized?
staying stationary, but you feel it's a little bit easier. all
That's
the time.
nice.
Yeah. And then you feel the myconids are kind of doing the same thing. They're kind of trying to paddle along.
Yeah,
doing
myconids.
this dance. Ruki,
Yeah.
you are up.
Okay, so
You are in the clutches of Zima, right at where this big opening is, in the underground river.
well, I'm kind of out of commission, aren't I? Like, I'm kind of drowning right now and flailing about.
No, you're fine.
No, you just had a moment of like, have you ever been underwater? You're like, oh god, I had a moment, but
Yeah,
you're still.
moment of clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a
Okay.
moment of
Nope.
water in your mouth and almost drowning, but you're actually okay. So.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to try to move in the direction that I was trying to get to the.
Okay. Do you guys want to act
Crack.
together since you're kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, like
actually.
we're
Okay.
together. So we're just trying to get up through the
up to the
opening.
surface?
Yeah.
Okay, make me, one of you make the athletics check
Me.
for both of
me.
you. We'll say you have
Here we
advantage
go.
because you're doing it together.
Okay.
Do you want to just do it?
Yeah.
You roll with me.
Yeah.
So this is the
Okay,
advantage.
This is for me.
All right.
All
Here we
right.
go.
There we
Ready?
go. Ooh.
Oh.
Which one's higher?
Like 10?
10?
12.
12 is higher. All right,
Yeah.
so you get up to the surface right there, and you see a patch of fair's dress and a bank about
Patch of what? I'm
fair's
sorry.
dress. It's
Oh, okay,
the
yeah.
the
The-
stuff behind you, the
the-
glowing mushroomy type stuff.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Yeah.
Bibbidi boppity boo.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
And that's about 25 feet behind you, and you're able to glance because you still have your mace with you. Another 25 feet away from you, bobbing myconids with two other moving figures in front of them.
Okay,
You see
so
splashing.
when we come up, do I notice that it's a river
Yes,
flowing?
and there's a river running through it.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Great.
All right,
Yeah.
Marrok and you guys gonna try and you guys can act together too, since you're both pretty much doing the same thing.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Utilizing force damage, is force also the ability to propel us in any way, shape, or form through this water if I was to kind of directly...
No.
I think no, because otherwise you
It's
would
not a
be
jet
launched
engine.
I
backwards.
was trying
every
really
time you
hard.
fired.
Yeah, I mean, I figured, but I don't know.
It would be like a Men in
just
Black
case.
kind of a firing.
Well,
You
yeah.
think maybe
Noisy
you've
propel-
heard of gnomes doing something like that? But it was experimental and it blew up in their faces.
Oh,
As gnomes do.
I see what you did
As
there.
gnomes
Okay.
do.
Anyway, okay, let's do
All
this.
right,
Let's try and swim to
yeah,
that bank.
swim. I'm not helping.
Oh,
so.
sweet. That's a 16. 17.
16.
Sorry, 17.
Polished.
All right,
Nope,
so
I'm
you were
good.
able to fight against the current.
I got tired.
And are you using both your move actions for that? I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah, and you got 3. So
Less helpful.
Yeah.
Just for the ease of making this easy, you guys succeeded, and you were able to move your swim speed, which is half your movement. So you moved 15 feet closer to Zima and Ruki.
Oh, we're swimming towards them? I thought we were swimming to shore.
We're swimming towards the Ferris rest, and they're also swimming towards. So it's like a triangular kind of moving in the same direction.
You guys are up. You see that the other 2 of your party were successful in swimming against the current, and it looks like they're making towards either you or the Ferris rest on the bank, about 25 feet from where you guys are.
Okay, and the Myconids, are they still floating away?
They're still floating. No, they've
They've got
towing
them
them with
in there.
them.
Did you already say that, and I just wasn't paying attention?
I did, but it's okay.
All right, well here we are. We got. I'm good.
You got it.
Okay, great. So I'm just gonna start trying to drag Ruki to the shore then, where that stuff is.
Okay.
Checks and stuff. That's an 8.
Okay. So you actually
At least I saved us from getting drowned in the cavern.
you guys try to swim together, but you actually lose ground a little bit as the current kind of takes you closer to them. Actually.
All right.
Do we see them? Can we see them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're now about 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
Doing it again.
You guys, let's kind of streamline this and go out of initiative order and have you roll me 5 athletics checks.
Okay. Hold on, that's a 9. So 13, 17. That's a fucking under 1.
Okay.
Fail. Instant fail.
That's
a 19 and a 6.
Okay. So you guys just keep swimming as hard as you can. You feel like you're gaining, and then you fall back a little bit, and you gain. You guys realize kind of, you know, based on your failures and successes, you'll kind of end up in the same group and end up swimming as hard as you can. Zima, make me 5 athletics checks as well.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have more of these?
Nice.
So we've
A nat
got
20.
a nat 20.
Yeah.
23, 20, 14.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's banking!
6 and 15. So 23, 14, 20, 6, and 15.
Okay, so based on all those results and only like one like major failure, actually that's not good. The six is a failure as well. But you guys have gotten enough momentum. You know, you take basically we can count those failures as like where you catching your breath a little bit in order to continue pushing and swimming the final 25 feet to get to the bank, and you make it. It was quite an ordeal. The Myconids kind of get the rope out from around them, and they brush themselves off and make sure there's no wetness or injuries. And one of them kind of does like a shake, like a dog kind of thing, to get all the moisture out of its, fungal tendrils that it has, different from the rest of its Myconid friends. The rest of you are all kind of shaken up, definitely out of breath. This was cold, Underdark water, so some of your body heat has really been seeped away. I don't think you were into hypothermia or anything yet, but you were on your way there for sure. So you guys feel completely sapped of all energy.
Yeah.
All of you are basically at like 5 hit points,
Sweet.
if you were not already.
So this would be a good place to rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as soon as I catch my breath, I'm gonna shove Marrok as hard as I can. And I'd be like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Get out of there! It worked, didn't it?
You nearly killed all of us. If we prepared, that would have been 10 times easier.
I didn't think we had time to prepare looking at the way the water was coming in.
You have a terrible judge of how volumes of liquid work.
That won't deny that. I'm just gonna put my face down into the ground and just allow Molly to continue to just berate me.
With the last of my energy, I'm gonna go up and grab Marrok's hands and try to tie them behind his back.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to. Do I see her moving? I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to. I'm gonna try to stop you.
Zima, what do you say?
Ruki, what are you doing?
This. Oh, I can't say that.
I'm ready to beat.
Son of a loving mother.
Ready?
This son of a motherless goat.
Wow.
All the smells of elderberries.
We cannot risk our safety because he's unstable now. This is constantly happening over and over again.
He's not going to be able to help us if he's tied up.
He can't help us anyway. He's just putting us in more harm's danger.
Yeah, I got what you're trying to.
I'm
picking up what you're putting down.
in harm's way, though, and we cannot risk that for both our own sakes and for the sake of the Myconids.
I think the most trouble that's being caused here is by you, Ruki.
I disagree, Zima.
Oh.
Zima, I disagree.
I love you,
The
Ruki.
party's about
Zima.
You're the one you keep trying
Zima.
to injure him.
Zima, do you remember what we
Molly?
talked? Do you remember what we talked about?
Oh, I don't behave that way. Molly, what's your concern?
Do you remember what we talked about? I think Ruki's right.
I don't think he needs to be tied up.
I'm sorry, Marrok. I don't feel like I can trust your actions right now.
I got us out of
You
there.
nearly drowned all of us.
I-
It was by sheer luck and happenstance that we survived.
That's not true at all. I swam harder than any of you.
Yeah, you got out first.
Not intentionally.
You looked after yourself first, and so we need to
I looked after the
group.
Myconids.
Says the guy who didn't even propel them forward.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
He's going through a spell. She's going through her spell book.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, I walk up to Marrok and I say, "You will follow us quietly without casting any spells until we tell you to." And I cast suggestion.
Okay. Make a.
These are not the
wisdom
joys
saving
you've
throw.
been looking for.
It is.
We would like to right now.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
18?
Yeah, that beats it.
Yeah!
And you knew he was
Molly.
casting a spell on you too.
Yeah.
What do you do? What's your response?
I can't believe you. I'm just going to hold my hands out. Fine. If you think it'll help.
Behind the back.
Yeah.
I'm going to tilt my head and I'm going to put my hands behind my back.
Oh, all right. So Marrok submits. Do you tie him up?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, shit. You are done.
Turning the stream off now. Don't need to go any further.
Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties.
I'll take away all inspiration I've ever given you.
Or give her more. That was amazing.
Or give her more.
Clearly, she doesn't need it.
All right, so you tie him up,
America's all the inspiration you need.
and suddenly, while she's tying Marrok up, Ruki is overcome with a fit of laughter. You're not really sure why.
I'm just really tired. Sorry, guys.
Ruki, are you okay?
Now that I'm tied up, I'm gonna go ahead and slowly just move away from all of them and just sit down, harumphing.
All right.
While simultaneously.
As you look around the area, it's not a very large bank. It's maybe about 35 feet by 20 feet deep at its most deep, but most of it is about 5 feet deep, and the rest of it is a solid rock wall.
Okay.
And there is this almost gorgeous Choluli glass sculpture, which looks like, which is Ferris Wrist. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. So now that you actually spend some time away from the party for a second looking at it, you're actually kind of amazed at this. Is it a natural occurrence? Did someone make this? Is it magical? You have no idea.
That's fair.
I'm
just going to just enjoy it then. And
Yeah.
just sit and relax and realize that I'm alive and grateful for it regardless of who I'm with at this point.
Excellent. What do the rest of you do?
I try to see if I can see down like where the river is flowing towards and where the river's coming from. I just
Okay.
like look down and up.
Down and up.
the
Upriver
side,
and downriver.
like
Yeah. You're in a tennis match. You're going back and forth. All right, so you shine your mace down. You can only see about 60 feet. And you can kind of estimate that you're like, okay, this is about as far as we were and it looks like while this chamber maybe is a little bit bigger, it narrows down to almost where the river fills up the entire cave, with maybe only about 5 or 10 feet of air above.
Okay.
That's downriver. As you look upriver, it's the same, but you get the sense that there may be more banks like the one you're on farther up.
Okay, so the other question I have is the bank that we're on, is it kind of like, so like the bank is coming out of the walls, whatever, up against the wall, and then it's kind of like its own little island in a way? And then so the bank is not continuous, I guess.
Just think of the chamber you're in as a tubular tunnel.
Yeah, yeah.
And
tubular, dude.
The river goes through it. But right where you guys are, there's a larger air circular kind of chamber.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then on the side of that, there is a little bit of rock that's flatish. It slopes upwards, but you guys are able to kind of find a bit of an area where you can stand.
Okay.
And you're not sure, but it doesn't look like there's any exits out of there. And then, of course, there's the Ferris thing kind of above you.
Okay.
With red and yellows, greens. This oddly shaped thing. As you guys look at it more, like Marrok did, you have no idea how something like this could have happened naturally. It looks almost like fungus, but it's shiny and hard to the touch.
Kind of like glass.
Kind of like glass, yeah.
Interesting.
Molly, do you know anything about this?
While this is happening, I want to start just kind of...
Make me an Arcana check.
Sure.
I'm going to start rubbing my wrists a little bit while I'm sitting there. Just getting an idea how tight my bonds are at this point.
Oh, okay.
18.
I'm a rogue, you know, natural.
They're pretty tight.
Tight,
They're real tight.
18.
18. So you know that Ferris is all over the Underdark, and it has odd magical properties. It seems to be at one time a repository for magic, like it holds on to magic, but then also magical effects act strangely around it. And you've heard rumors in your time in the Underdark that it has been acting even more strangely recently.
This is probably not the best place to rest.
Probably isn't. What's going on with the Myconids?
They are still kind of dusting themselves off, checking their equipment, seeing what they have, what they lost. None of them have used rapport spores to check in with you guys.
I ask Rasharu, I find him and I ask him, do you recognize where we are by any chance?
His mind explodes.
Dang it!
No, he says, no, not exactly, but I do know of a large, powerful aquifer that goes through this area of the Underdark. We've seen evidence of it, but never have actually broken into it. I feel like we have now.
What would your advice for our next steps be to find your safe place?
Well, we should regroup. That was quite a harrowing experience for most of us. We're checking our equipment, making sure everything is safe and dry.
Sure.
Trying to heal up and perhaps eat before investigating further and making up a plan.
That sounds good to us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel like, I think this is my ideal place to stay, but I don't think our options are very good right now. I think we should rest up here.
Yeah, might as well.
I agree.
We got to figure out what to do with Marrok.
That's true. I think that for now we should keep our eyes on him and keep watch. We should always have 2 people watching.
Okay.
And I think that it's really important to make sure that his hands are tied.
I'd like to actually take first watch and talk to him alone if I can. I feel like I might be able to reach him or at least figure out what's wrong.
Okay. If anything happens.
Yeah, I'll wake you guys.
Okay.
And then you guys, we can do shared watch for the remainder of the night.
Molly, wake me first.
Okay.
He seems very aggravated by him.
It's true. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so I think we settle down and get ready to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what was your watch schedule?
I'll watch first, and then it's going to be me and Zima, and then it's going to be Zima and Ruki for third watch.
you and Zima and Ruki. Zima, you're not going to sleep?
I'm going to sleep for a little while because he's...
So I get first watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then it's Molly and Zima. Then it's Zima and Ruki.
Got it. Okay. All right. And you're still trying to get out, essentially?
I'm just checking to see how tight they are. I don't want to push it any harder than I already have with how little health I have sitting here on the side of a bank.
Okay.
Did we tie his hands above or in his cloak when they were? Are they in his cloak or are they
Just
outside?
behind his back.
It's up to you. You're the one who did it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you were giggling like a mad woman at the same time. So I don't know how well I could trust your...
The cloak is like slightly tucked in, but like you can still see one of his hands, but the other one's kind of obscured by the other part of the cloak.
Okay.
I can make that a reality, I guess. Hold on.
All right. So you, Molly, you have some. You're everybody else is kind of bedding down to rest. You have the rushing of the water in front of you, and you maybe start to hear whispering, but then you think, oh, it's just the rushing of the water. But if you glance up, you'll see that the Ferris seems to have grown a new kind of tendril that looks bright red. But then you can't convince yourself that wasn't there before. You haven't seen it.
I take note of it. Over the course of the watch, I try to talk to Marrok to kind of apologize and then also explain our concern and hope that he knows that we're just trying to do this to protect him.
Okay, so that's the gist of it. But what do you actually say?
Marrok, I'm sorry for trying to cast a spell on you, but I wanted to make sure you were safe from yourself and others in the least cumbersome way possible. Sometimes I lean on magic a little too hard to solve all my problems, and I'm sorry I did that with you.
I get it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have offered my hands anyway.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Again, if things are crazy down here, and if you see something or if you're feeling anything, I think all of your friends want to help you, and I definitely want to help you.
So when you say crazy down here, are you saying like stabbed in the heart, definitely died, got brought back to life by a demon goddess with an immense amount of power in your system running through your veins, going crazy, seeing your friends turn into ooze crazy, or just like, your regular everyday crazy?
I kind of take a step back at that. Are you telling me you were brought back by a demon lord?
You gonna believe me if I do?
You said you didn't really die. If that's true, that's very important for us to know that. I have to tell the rest of the party that.
You think they're gonna believe you too?
I've heard of such things before, of warlocks gaining their power through death, but I've never witnessed it. And if that's what happened here, then we're in big trouble. We're in grave danger.
Oh. And then I'm just going to kind of lean back and continue to just shake my head and chuckle. Neat.
I think that's the end of what I want to have to say. I just kind of sit quietly, keeping an eye on him for the rest of the watch.
Your watch ends. You wake up, Zima.
Mm-hmm. I tell her what he told me, that he claims that a demon brought him back to life after he died.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that must be terrible.
It's not good for us. That means a demon's presence is with our party this entire time. We need to be vigilant, and we need to figure out a way to help Marrok escape that.
I agree.
For now, we just need to watch him.
Okay. I start singing a song because we're just sitting there.
Cue the Smiths.
Row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Can I fidget with my bonds a little bit more and get an idea how much looser I can get them?
Say that again?
I want to fidget with my bonds a little bit more to see if I can get them any looser at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a dex
Round
roll.
of applause.
I like that. Point of inspiration for keeping your hands behind your back that entire exchange.
Hey, thanks. 16.
Okay, so You feel like if you were able to give a good yank, you may be able to kind of sprain your thumb and or break it.
Okay, but otherwise that's where I'm at so far. Okay.
Yeah, it was put on fairly tightly.
Okay.
Ruki knows what she's doing with ropes.
But because you were fiddling with it so much, though, there's definitely a lot of abrasion on your skin, almost to the point of blood. Probably actually nobody's body.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
You take 4 points of damage.
Have we healed?
You said you were fiddling with it for basically like hours.
Yeah,
so
no, I know. I definitely have just been sitting here like
the
just
rubbing of
rope
skin
consistently.
against hemp rope is not going to
So, does your health not get replenished because you're not
Well,
resting?
he's resting now.
Is he
unless you
resting
stop.
Yeah, well, now that I have an idea of at least where I'm at, I'll probably stop now. And I haven't been this whole time. So.
You hear row your boat from Zima and lulls you to sleep.
There you go.
Aww.
Oh.
Zima, you hear over the course of your watch.
Does it sound like whispering or eating or like scrabbling?
Maybe a little bit of both.
I can't really decipher that
Lunchable
noise.
fighting?
It sounded like all three of them and none of them.
Okay. I cease singing. row your boat.
I nudge you.
After the 150th
And then
time.
as soon as
over and over again.
you feel like as you were singing that you heard that, and then you hear.
Oh shit.
And then it stops.
Wait, do I hear this as well, or just her?
Just her.
Does it seem to be connected to? Did it seem to me like it was connected to me singing that they were doing that, or
make
just
me a insight check.
20.
20.
Yeah.
So you spend some time kind of trying to like really decipher and think about what you experienced, and you get the sense that it's coming from the fair's dress.
Interesting.
Yeah, it feels like there's some kind of energy that may be associated with.
All right.
With that high of a roll, your wisdom was basically able to be like, this is not something I'm actually hearing.
Something is not right here.
This feels like like telepathic or
Do you
or
feel it in
magical
your
nature.
fingers? Do you feel it in your toes?
During the second watch, I'm just keeping an eye on that red tendril to see if it changes at all. That's all I'm really focusing on.
Okay, yeah, you're staring at it, and it looks actually way more mundane than it first did. Now
Molly?
you're like, oh, that's just a
I'm gonna ask
rock.
Molly if Molly, did you hear while I was singing?
I didn't hear anything now. I thought I heard things earlier, but I couldn't be sure. What did you hear?
I heard while I was singing. I heard something. It sounded like eating or scrabbling or what's the other thing I said?
Whispering.
Whispering.
Yes. Yes.
It almost sounded like it was echoing what I was singing.
I didn't hear it echoing what I guess I wasn't speaking really, but I heard similar. We should keep our wits about us. I'm going to bed though. I'm wiped.
Yeah.
You should wake up Ruki.
Ruki! No. Ruki, it's time to get up.
Okay. So, am I doing this watch alone?
No.
Yeah, crazy pants.
No, I'm gonna stay up with Ruki.
Okay.
Question, am I awake again yet?
Nobody's come to wake you up, so no, you were pretty zonked.
Pretty cool. No,
And especially since you took more damage from the thing, so yeah, you're out.
Okay, cool.
Unless you specifically want to wake up.
No, I was just trying to somehow get in contact with my hot lady demon friend. It's fine.
Ah, okay.
You're what?
What? Sorry?
Is what?
Interesting. Okay, I'll think about that for a second. Your watch happens, and do you tell Ruki anything, Zima?
Yeah, I've been hearing things.
What have you been hearing?
She says with all the joy that she can muster. Okay. It's your face. I can't stop laughing. Oh.
It's because it's so beautiful. It gives me so much joy.
My life.
That makes me want to laugh.
No,
So
I
all
was,
this is actually really happening. As
I
you're
was-
trying to explain to her, you
yeah,
can't stop laughing.
I can't stop laughing.
Do you
No,
want to sleep a little bit?
No, I'm okay. I just, when I was singing, I was hearing some sort of whispering or something, and it sounded like it was singing along with me. It was really weird. There's something wrong about this place. We really need to keep our wits about us.
Do you know what happened? Do you know if Molly heard the same thing?
Molly said that she heard something, yeah, but she wasn't sure what.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to remove myself from Zima and just kind of sit away from Zima, but with my back a little closer to where Marrok is.
I thought you were both sitting like
I'm going to
behind me.
position myself so I can watch her a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to take out my dagger and just put it into I'm guessing that this is kind of a sandy area. that we're on.
Yeah, gravelly.
Gravelly,
It's not sand so much as like small
yeah,
pebbles.
just small pebbles. I'm just going to stick it into the ground and hold on to it and just kind of watch around me and really focus on if I can hear anything from Marrok.
From Marrok. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably a good
I'm
snore at this point.
I'm just alerted right now. So.
All right. And oddly enough, you don't hear any of the whispering or anything that Zima had spoken about.
Mm-hmm. I am starting to feel. I'm starting to feel slightly worn down, and I'm not sure if I'm being paranoid or anything, but I know that it's starting to really take its toll. Just everything that's happened and.
Getting a bit frazzled.
Yeah, getting a little bit frazzled. So
The
my
old
decision,
frazzle-dazzle.
my decision making
Frazzle-dazzle.
might be slightly poor right now.
Okay. So your watch kind of passes uneventfully, but Marrok, as you're going through sleep, you initially don't have any dreams whatsoever.
Sure.
You're completely zonked out, as I said, and but as you some time has passed, you feel something grab your shoulder.
Okay, I'm going to open one eye and just kind of look around for a second.
You see at first you think it's the face of Basidia.
So like her face grabbing onto his shoulder, so she just like poof, like that.
Exactly. And then you see it morph and change into the visage of Zagutmoy. You are awake.
I'm just going to stare very intently with one eye, very frozenly intently, and with one eye.
You must go to Blingdenstone. Kill the Pudding King.
That's kind of difficult right now. You know, being tied up and surrounded by
You are
these people.
charismatic. They have my gift.
I'm a good guy.
Use it.
Very charismatic, actually. Looking at my own coach, you know. How exactly? Could you maybe cause a bit of a distraction or something to help get their attention off of me?
I knew you were a powerful servant. And she floats away.
Okay.
As far as you know, you go right back to
Sleep?
Stone sleep. Yeah,
Sleep.
You're completely out.
Awesome.
And you said you were paying attention, kind of to Marrok.
Yeah.
So you spend a good part of your watch kind of staring at his back, and
She's like this.
At first, you're just completely bored with it. There's no movement or anything. And you're like, oh yes, he is snoring. This is ridiculous. But then you see something kind of move beneath his cloak at some point during the night, and it looks like something growing or filling with gas or something like it. It's an odd movement?
I'm going to approach and with my dagger out.
Okay.
And I think I'm just going to gently put my hand on his cloak, because is it under his cloak?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And I'm going to remove it, or not remove it, but just lift it up very carefully so that he doesn't wake up.
Okay, make me a stealth check for that.
I'm a pretty light sleeper. Just throwing that out there.
Are you done? Since I've been staring at her, I'm going to stand up so that I can be ready to try to stop her from stabbing someone.
Nat 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
All right, well, you beat his passive perception of 18, which is pretty dang high. All right, so yeah, you're able to kind of lift up his cloak, and you do see that some of his armor had been, makeshift, and doesn't look like it's too amazing. And
Cheers, mate.
all right, and you see a more of that shelf-like fungus seems to be growing on his shoulder, coming out at an odd angle, and looks like there's three shelves on his shoulder growing.
3 shelves, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do.
Make some soup.
Yeah. I'm going to touch it very lightly with my dagger to see if it stirs him, to see if he could feel it.
You're going to touch the fungus growing
Yeah.
on him with your dagger?
Yeah,
Okay.
but very lightly.
Are you going to cut, or are you just going to, touch?
Just going to touch.
Like a poke?
Yeah, like a poke.
With a stick.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
flying
going
in
to
the
take a step forward and be
sharp
like, Ruki, what are you doing?
Aren't I being stealthy? Am I not being stealthy?
She's being stealthy, but I've been watching her, so when I saw her get up and go over to him, I feel like I stood up and was like...
She rolled a very high stealth check.
Okay.
We'll say that you had kind of turned over onto your side or something like that and just weren't looking in that direction.
Fine.
And she crept over very... okay, so
Well done, Ruki.
you touch
job,
it
Ruki.
with your dagger.
Okay.
Which one? The new dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think that matters, but you touch it and you see a yellow spores shoot out.
Does he stir?
He does not.
Okay.
And they engulf you.
Oh, shoot, girl.
That's
Oh
upsetting.
no.
That's gross.
So what does that do? Can I feel anything?
You cough a little bit. It doesn't. You don't really feel anything.
Okay. I'm going to try to see if I can cut off a little piece of this.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you can. It's very simple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? And he doesn't stir?
He wakes right the fuck up.
I was like, come on!
Ow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
You take 3 points of damage.
Damn it. Ruki!
So yeah, you bolt awake, and I think that's a great ending point for the session.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen? Except there is going to be at least some wonderful wisdom saves when you guys come back. Remind me, wisdom saves first thing during the next
we
session.
will definitely remind you.
Yeah, that's pointing at the audience because it's up to them
see.
to remind me. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to end it on that weird ass cliffhanger. We'll find out more in 2 weeks' time. We're going to take next week off. Poor Marrok has to do some training in the Underdark. But we'll come back then, and it'll most likely be our finale session after that. So
Did you say 2 weeks?
we'll see what happens in that session. It'll be fun, maybe a little bit longer than 2. Well, we'll figure it out.
I'll be on like 17 airplanes that day.
17 airplanes. Well, we might do it on a different day then.
So many airplanes.
We'll figure out time to do it in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
But stay tuned to my Twitter and all the Twitter of these folks here. I'm at Greg Tito. What do you do?
I'm at Hobbitses.
I'm at Kayla_Watsy.
I'm at Micheal Yichao.
I'm at a madman in a box.
Which is very apt.
It's
Right now, especially.
Yes, exactly. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Check out all the latest news on Wizards_D&D and get your Madame Ava reading from there. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
friends.